Hello, friends. I know it's been a while. I've been traveling and doing all sorts of other things, podcasts and stuff like that. So I have not been live streaming as much as I want to because I haven't been working on Epic Web for the last couple days. Yeah, for a while, which is disappointing. And today I am tangentially working on Epic Web. I am investigating using SQLite, and I needed to do this at some point. To decide whether I'm going to use SQLite or Postgres for Epic Web. And I want to use SQLite because it's a lot simpler for people to use and all of that. But at the same time, I want to make sure that everything's real world. And so I'm going to be investigating how to use SQLite in like a real world type of setting, because there are some really awesome advancements to SQLite. In particular, the ability to deploy to multiple regions and still use SQLite. So with all of that said, let me share my screen and let me kind of show you what I'm talking about. Just find this. So on Fly, where I'm going to deploy this because I love Fly, it's amazing. They have this LiteFS, which is a distributed file system, transparently replicates SQLite databases. So this is this is a baseline requirement for my app and any production app I would build, is that I can deploy it to multiple regions and then have data replication across those regions. Of course, I could use a service for this. I think that PlanetScale does this, but I would prefer to not. I want to use as few services as I can while still being like realistic. So like one example of this is the email. I'm not going to be doing my own email because the way that email works in the world now is your deliverability suffers hardcore if you don't put a ton of effort into that and kind of turn that into your business. So we're using a service for that. And I'm not going to build my own infrastructure. I'm going to use Fly because like, why would I want to do that? But deploying my own database on Fly, I think is a reasonable thing. And so that's why I'm not going to use something like PlanetScale to manage that for me. And so I don't want to use Postgres mostly because it's harder to manage and it's harder to develop with. You have to have Postgres running on your machine. You can't run two apps at the same time with ease, at least. And so, yeah, it's just a lot easier to just use SQLite. So if we can get the data replication with LiteFS working, then we get the benefits of ease of development and scalability. So SQLite is pretty amazing and it's really, really fast. So yeah, let's try this out. I actually did test this out yesterday. I went through the getting started guide and deployed this, and it's LiteFS testfly.dev. And so I generate a record that just creates a new record. This is a Go backend that they have. And then I can specify a region. And so this is, the way that this works is the same way that it works with my Postgres multi-region deployment is you've got a primary region, and all writes go to that primary region, and then they're propagated to all of the other regions within like 250 milliseconds or so. It's quite fast, but it's not perfectly fast. So you'll notice here, with the region being in Sydney, it's got to go over to the Dallas-Fort Worth region to actually create the record. And then it sends back a redirect, and the redirect will say, okay, go back to this page, regenerate the HTML, like there's a full page refresh, and get me the latest data. Well, the get me the latest data bit is actually coming out of the Sydney region, which may or may not have the data propagated by now. So if I click generate record, you notice I don't actually have that record in here because this page was generated too fast. It was generated before the data replication was finished. So if I hit refresh, now I get it. So a workaround for this is just to make it so that mutations take an extra 250 milliseconds, or at least take that long. Or there's like a some waiting period or something, which I don't think is a great thing. It's not necessarily terrible for some use cases, but yeah. So this is actually a problem that I'd like to see a good solution to, and so I actually already made this video to demonstrate the problem. On Dallas-Fort Worth, it shows up right away. In Sydney, it shows up only sometimes. Yeah, so that time does not show up. I hit refresh, and yeah, and now we get the latest stuff. So yeah, so I'm actually going to go to the community.fly. Did I spell that right? There we go. It's like, that should be auto-completing. Okay, here, I don't think it'll show anything, but it's better to be safe than sorry. So I'll pull this over here. And there we go. I'm going to make a new topic. Data replication delay solutions. Lag. Oh, whoops. Oh, yeah, that's something else. Okay. I've noticed both with Postgres and SQLite LiteFS that sometimes the application in a non-primary region can show, can I get rid of this thing? How does that go away? There it is. Can show old data or because there's a old data after a mutation because there's a slight delay in the data propagation. I always spell that word wrong. Propagation. I gotta spell it. Propagation. Does anyone have a good solution to this? I deployed the LiteFS getting started demo app. It probably makes sense to put that in there. And created a video to demonstrate what I mean. And I wonder if I can drag and drop this. Nope. What's the easiest way to do this? Probably gonna cheat. Gonna use GitHub to host my file for me. Tips, welcome. Okay, and this should go questions help, probably. Postgres, SQLite, no tags. LiteFS, no. Okay. Okay, create topic. Hey, that worked. Haha, sweet. Thanks, GitHub. Oh, dear. Okay. Yeah, all right. So then I've got another problem that is relatively important. I think, actually, if you go to my website and you're coming from Sydney, so if I, let's turn on this mod header thing. Here we go. We're in Sydney now. Fly prefer region will send it through, route the traffic through the Sydney region. Oh, it's working now. So Mr. Kurt probably fixed it. So let me just do this again. Yeah, I know I've got hydration issues. I'm not sure what those are actually, but yeah. haven't taken time to figure it out. Yeah, so even though my request headers includes prefer region Sydney, it's actually getting served by Dallas-Fort Worth because I actually took down the Sydney region because of the issues I was having. So we're going to say fly status. We'll just look at the fly status and fly status app KCD Postgres. So, yep, we're all good here. And yeah, it's weird stuff going on here. Let's see. What is the fly scale? Count. There we go. What? Fly scale count. Okay, maybe I don't want to count. Show. There we go. Huh, that's interesting. Okay, I'm just chatting with my friend. Okay, yeah, so Kurt, hi Kurt, if you're watching this now. Kurt is CEO of Fly, amazing fellow. And yeah, I'm trying to figure out what's going on. He's saying the Sydney one keeps failing for some reason. Okay, so if you're looking into that, Kurt, what I'm going to look into is switching over to LiteFS because yeah, this has been kind of a pain, and I want to see if I can use LiteFS for EpicWeb anyway. So this is a good way to experiment with that. The biggest challenge we're going to have here is data migration. That is going to be, yeah, that's going to be tough. So what I think I will do is I want to use SQLite for both my data as well as the caching. And so maybe I will set it up first for caching, and then we can slowly migrate stuff over. Yeah, just got to figure out the best way to do that. I've got a couple ideas, but yeah, if anybody else has ideas, we do have a live stream going on, or a chat right here in Discord. By the way, I ignore the chat in YouTube on the YouTube chat because too much spam and people being racist and stuff. Looks like Theo was talking about my blog post yesterday. That's awesome. Maybe I'll take a look at that later. Okay, so let's get started with opening up my site. And here's the part that I don't like having to do. Getting Docker, whoops, that is not what I meant to do. Getting Docker up and running. So now that's going. Be really nice if I never had to do that again. So I've got my Postgres and my Redis sitting around in Docker. And now I can run the dev server. And here we are at localhost 3000. There we go. And there we are. Sweet. So here is what I need to be able to do. So like I could just do something where I add an endpoint to my app that says download all of the data, and then I could like just do a big breaking change or deploy a new thing that just uses SQLite, and then have some sort of endpoint that I can upload the file and save everything in SQLite in the production. That's one idea of how I could do this migration. I would probably, there'd be, I don't know, probably 20 minutes of downtime where any new data that showed up in that 20 minutes would be lost. But it is what it is. That might be, that would be one solution. And it's a blog, for goodness sake. So it's probably not a big deal if I do it that way. Or I can deploy both at the same time. And this is the way that you typically do multiple columns or like a breaking change migration on your database tables is like, let's say you have a name field and you want to split it into first name and last name, or yeah, that's probably a bad example, but you want to rename a field. You make a new field, you keep the old one, make a new field, and then you save to both, and then you, oh shoot, what is it? So you save to both, and then you, so you have code that will save to both, and then you deploy new code that stops saving to the old one, and then deploy a migration that deletes the old one. So I think I want to try doing a no downtime deployment of this, see if I can make that work, because I think that would be cool to learn how to do. And what that's probably going to require is a second Prisma schema. So I'll keep our existing Prisma schema, but make a new one that is using Postgres or that's using SQLite, and then update my code to somehow write to both of them. I think this will be non-trivial because for a couple of reasons. Yeah, so yeah, man, what a pain. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. First, I'm going to say Prisma multiple schemas. So actually, you know what? I forgot. I want to get centered running in here too, so I can keep myself centered. And I haven't opened it in a while, so we're downloading the update right now. And hold on a second. So it's downloading an update right now, but I remembered. So we were gonna, I thought that they were going to rename this group to KCD Epic Web or whatever, but I think they just made a new group. So I need to find another group, find the Epic Web group. Here we go. Epic. Whoop, that is not where my focus was. What? I don't even remember what that was. Whatever. Epic. What? What's going on? Okay, click on this, then E. Good grief. Okay, there we go. Select this group. There we go. Epic Web. Okay, and we're ready to restart. And there we go. Schedule a buddy session. No, that's okay. Think so. Okay, so let me do one other thing. Oh, whoops, that is not what I meant to do. Here we go. I'm going to share this. And I'm going to put it in here as an announcement. Everyone, if you're on centered, I've got a new Epic Web group for you. Also, if you're interested in Centered Pro, I've got a discount on my uses page. I don't get a kick back for that. Just a nice thing they did for me. Okay, is that good? Yeah, that's good. Alert, alert. Hey, everybody. Okay. Cool. So now we get some more friends in here, and I will also tweet this. I've got a new centered app. Is that what it is? Yeah. group for y'all. See you there in flow. And we'll say water. Where's the wave? There we go. Okay, neat. So coming back here, this is not yet possible. Oh, that's not good. Let's make sure the question's the same as mine. Multiple schemas, single database. No, that's not my question. Yeah, multiple schemas, different database. Okay, there's probably an easier way for me to figure this out. So let's say Prisma help. Yeah, okay. Nope. There's got to be a way to say I want a different folder for my Prisma schema. Okay, change folder for Prisma schema. Yeah, schema. There we go. Schema database. Yeah, okay. Prisma init schema. Wonder if we can do that. Prisma new. Nope, okay. Fine, we'll just do this then. No init. Get rid of the migrations. Get rid of that. Yeah, okay. Okay, and this is going to be SQLite. Enums are not allowed. So role and team need to be strings now. And string. Okay. Cool. And then, shoot. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a way to. There's a way to do this. Okay. So with the generate command, we're going to need it to generate client output. We'll put this in. Let's look at what it says about output. Okay, I think that I could have this generate into node modules and have this be Prisma client new. Or SQLite. Call that SQLite. Okay. So then what happens if I say Prisma db push schema Prisma SQLite? Database URL, yeah. Oh, haha, boy. Give me a second to make sure there wasn't a frame of all that. Oh, golly. If I say Prisma db push schema Prisma SQLite. Here we go. Database URL. Yep, there it is. Gosh dang it. What did you see? Metronome. Yeah, shoot. Well, that stinks. Okay, I'm gonna stop the stream for a second, take a break to cancel all that stuff. Okay, I think we're safe now. Right now, my site's not too happy because, yeah, I have to I invalidated a bunch of stuff and have to regenerate or redeploy my app with the new secrets. So that's happening right now, and hopefully that's successful soon. Man, I've got a VS Code extension that hides it, but it doesn't hide it fast enough, and there's just even one frame of you being able to see my keys, and I'm toast. So, this is the dangers of live streaming. I need to, if anybody has an idea of a better way to hide my environment variables, I keep them in the .env file to make it easy for me to swap. That's why they're commented out. I can comment them in and use the production key if I need to locally. There's probably a better way to do that. But just like some way to be able to open it without anybody seeing what it's showing, without me having to worry about going back. Like I could take it to a different screen. Of course, I've got two screens, but just remembering to do that. See, because like the very next frame of this, boom, and it's all gone. It's just the VS Code extension doesn't do that quickly enough. Yeah, it looks like it's hidden, but it's not. For just a frame, it's not, and so people can see it. And even though like I think most people probably wouldn't even notice or care, if they did, like I've got my transistor API in there, the client or the Discord bot token, my Redis stuff is in there. The database URL is actually not a problem because that's only accessible within my network, and you can within my internal network. So at least they wouldn't be able to get at all that data. But like the bot GitHub token, the bot has actually quite a bit of access to stuff. Tito, yeah, you could probably do some damage with that. So like it's important just to make sure I reset all that. So sorry for the time there. Good grief. Let's see, it's still deploying. Yep, looks like that actually worked out okay. Yep, and the Redis cache seems to be working fine. Otherwise, these would take a lot longer to load. So that's good. So we're all set. We're back to normal. If somebody could, if you're not already on Discord, then try to join Discord. That will require, actually I can try this right now. Email login link, and just so that I can make sure that I can log in. My email client takes forever to open, but it works really nicely with the virtual assistant, so that's why I use it. Okay, here's my link, login, and boom, we're logged in. So that's good. That works. But yeah, the Discord connection, I guess I could try to disconnect and reconnect. Yeah, I should do that. No, I don't want to bother. If anybody wants to join the Discord and test that connection, be my guest. That would be good. Okay, let me just get... See, now I'm all distracted because I opened my email client. Good grief. Yeah, all these services saying, hey, did you know you generated a new token? Yes, I did. Thank you. Okay, let me just check one other thing, and then we can get back to where we were doing before. Okay, so the problem that I ran into when this whole thing started, yeah, it looks like that's just monitoring, so we can just let that continue, was the database URL was set to the wrong type of file. So the database URL is set to what it needs to be for Prisma, or yeah, for Postgres. So I need this to be the SQLite database URL is what I'm going to call this. And I'm going to very carefully open in Vim my .env over here, and we're going to add a SQLite database URL. There we go. And we're going to come over here. I'm going to just use why? There we go. Quick Stack has that. Because I can never remember what it's supposed to say. There, that's what it's supposed to say. That's for local. And then for production, database URL. That's in the Docker file. So we'll go to Docker file and database. Nope, okay, it looks like I do it differently. It's probably in the fly toml database. That's interesting. Maybe I just, yeah, I probably just do it in my .env actually. Oh yeah, of course I do. I just revealed it to you. So we'll come down here. That's not what I wanted to do. Okay. And yeah, set it to that file / data yada yada yada. Okay, I'll just have to remember set that before I deploy. And actually, this would be a handy thing to include, so I can connect to the database CLI. I'll put that in my Docker file somewhere. Where is that? Yeah, right before. Yeah, that's finally the production minimal footprint, yada, yada, yada. Yeah, it could probably go anywhere. Okay. I think I may need to do this, actually, for that to work. And I'm looking at onboarding. It looks like people are successfully joining Discord right now, so that's good. That at least worked. So Danger Ranger in Discord here. Oh, change VS Code setting to hide the env file so it can't be opened. Oh, can you do that? The VS Code hide file. W3 Schools has this. Okay. Preferences settings, open settings, file type exclude. Add pattern. Okay. Yeah, we're totally going to do this. File exclude. Or is it file type? Was it file type? No, files exclude. There it is. Add pattern. Oh, good grief. Okay, there it is. Hit OK. Boom, it's gone. Ah! That is perfect. That's exactly what I need. Yeah, I have thought about putting all my secrets in 1Password. I may do that eventually, but this works out great. So now I can no longer open up. Can I even do, yeah, sweet. Actually, while we're here, where's my database URL? We're going to need a SQLite database URL is, where is it? That is it. Okay, cool. The cool thing is that the SQLite database URL is not a secret because the thing literally only lives on the machine itself. Okay, cool. I think we're good there. Oh, that is really nice. I will never open a .env file in VS Code again. Okay, yeah, it looks like my app is up and running again. Hooray! So that's good. Okay. So now, if I run this, see what happens. Okay, so for one, I could update Prisma. There we go. Yep. Prisma, SQLite, node mod. Oh, it stuck it in there. What if I want to go, so that path is relative to where we're at here. Try that. And now it's in, yeah, client SQLite. Okay. So let's see. I'm pretty sure that, I'm not sure what this .prisma client thing is all about. I remember seeing that. But if we look at Prisma, where's element OP? There it is. Client. Yeah, and then they've got that. Here we've got the same thing. Cool. All right, good stuff, good stuff. So that Remix is probably going to complain about me importing that. I think it'll still work though. So let's try this. Okay, so this is going to be the tricky thing because before I was using enums, and the reason I used enums was so I could get autocomplete and could only set the role to specific things. Now I'm using strings, and that is not as good for autocomplete. And so one person actually yesterday on Twitter said that they use Zod to that all the Prisma stuff passes through so that it can verify that it is one of those strings, like as you go through both out of the database and into the database, so that you're just talking about those enums. So yeah, that'll be annoying. I don't think I want to do that, but yeah, that'll be annoying that my I no longer have the enums. Yeah, so we'll have to look into that. If I say Prisma client new, this is going to complain because it cannot find that module. Oh no, it's SQLite. Okay, and there's no role type. Yeah, so we'll have to just get rid of that. Okay, I'm just trying to think. How are we going to make this work? Yeah, honestly, I don't have time. I don't have time to do this. It'll just take too long to deploy it so that they both work, and then delete the Postgres in a second deploy. Getting them both to work at the same time, I feel like it'd just be too hard. I think I'd rather just get only SQLite working by itself locally, and then have part of my start script. Where's that start script? Oh, I don't have a start script. How does this thing start? Oh. When do I run my migrations? Is that part of my flytoml? There it is, release command. So maybe I have I write a script that migrates all of the data from Postgres to SQLite. Postgres to SQLite script. There's probably no good way to do this. Create a dump of the Postgres database. Remove and modify the dump. This is going to be annoying. You know what I think I'd rather do? I think I'd rather just have a script that I write in JavaScript that uses the add the enum in the TS file. This is probably referring to what I was talking about with enums, how SQLite doesn't support enums. I could add an enum to a .ts file, but I want, so when I query the database and say, okay, get me a user, they're going to come back with a role that is a string. And so I would have to add some sort of layer between Prisma and the rest of my app that says that role is actually one of these specific strings, which would be really annoying to have to do. I'm not sure that I quite want to do that. We'll see how annoying it is to have a string instead of one of those enums. Yeah, yeah, we'll just see. I'm going to have the same problem in Rocket Rental if I go with SQLite as well. So, okay, so so I'm going to need, if I'm going to write a script, then I'm going to need to have both clients anyway. So add a rule table? You mean a role table? Add a role table? I don't think that would help if I said model role. See, like I'll have a name, and that name is a string. So it's still not like, it's not going to do it for me. I need it to be because now I'm dealing with IDs instead of just the string member. Yeah, no, I'm not going to do that. Yeah, because like throughout my application, I just want to say form role is member, then do this, and I don't want to say form role.id equals member role.id. Like that's almost worse for me. So anyway, we'll figure it out. The thing I want to figure out right now is how am I going to do this migration in a reasonable way. So, did I ever start centered? I don't think I ever did. Migrate to SQLite on kcd.com. Okay, let's go. This is going to take like 6 hours probably.
Are you ready for a RadFlow session?
I am ready for a RadFlow session. Let's go. Okay. So this actually is going to be Prisma Client SQLite. Oh, no. Oh, Prisma Client. Ah, shoot. So I need to specify options for this. How is this supposed to work? So if we look at the node modules, I think this app Prisma client has more than client SQLite. It has the runtime and these things, but it does not have the Prisma client thing, I guess. Oh, it has an exports Prisma client. So why is this complaining? Yeah, that's ESLint. Good grief. Oh, no. Yeah, that's because I never know how to do that. There we go. Okay, so now we're making the right Prisma client for those things, and that all works great. Okay, cool. So now if I say seed it can now be removed, but what if I don't want it to be removed? What if I need it? Prisma Studio schema. Let's just make sure that we've got, yeah, we didn't get any data into it because their seed does not work. I think actually that's probably because this seed script, yeah, only works with one schema file. So that's too bad. Node other run file Prisma SQLite seed ts. I can run it myself. There we go. And now let's run Studio, and boom, we've got stuff in our SQLite database. So that's good. Why is this still here? Go away. Okay. Good. Okay, so we can at least, now for local development anyway, we've got the SQLite database. We've got the seed script, and so we can put stuff into it. We've got the schema. So next will be making the app use the SQLite database instead of the Postgres database. Or here's another, maybe the next thing I should work on here. Let's split this up a little bit. Write script to copy Postgres data into SQLite. That's what we're going to do right now. Just give me a little bit more focus. Might take an hour. Okay, so I think what I want to do is I actually want to change things up a little bit where we rename this one to Prisma Postgres, and this one is going to be Prisma. So the hard one is the one that's going away. Yeah. Okay. And database URL. I'm going to open up Sublime. And we're going to do, actually, I'm just going to open. I'm not distracted. Okay, so we're going to go to my env file here. And instead of SQLite database URL, that's just going to be our database URL. And our database URL is going to change to Postgres database URL. How do you do this? Okay, cool. So then, with that change, I see here. Yeah. So that's going to be our Postgres database URL. And let's see. Yeah, so then we say Prisma DB reset schema Prisma Postgres schema Prisma. Push or push force. What is this complaining about? Oh, I spelled schema wrong. There you go. And our seed script is now Prisma Postgres and seed. Okay. Oh, did I not save this? Where is that coming from? Because this now, actually this should be there we go. But yeah, the Postgres one should say Postgres database URL. Oh, right. Why is it that? I'm confused by this. Schema Prisma line 13. Okay. But we also need, here, what's the run file? Yeah, so that sets up our .env, so that should be good. That is very, very confusing. Why is it? I think I know what's going on. This seed, there we go. Postgres. And where'd my other seed script go? We're just gonna grab that, get rid of this, go to this, and put it there. There we go. Try that. Ta-da! Okay, good. So now, if we say Prisma Studio schema, Prisma Postgres schema Prisma. There we go. Sweet. So this is my database. Yeah, and it's got a lot more stuff in there because of the tests that I've run and all sorts of things. So that's good because if I do Prisma Studio here, we have a lot fewer things, and that means that I can actually test if I got everything over with my script. So now we're just going to make a migrate TS file here, and we're going to import as Postgres client, and grab this as SQLite client, Postgres, PG, new Postgres client, and SQ. Great. And then copy all data from PG to SQ. All right, here we go. Yeah, thanks a lot. Not quite. Okay. Okay. I didn't know create mini was possible on SQLite, but there you go. Let's look at our schema here really quick. So we've got users, sessions, calls, and post reads. And call. It's a good thing I don't have like crazy amounts of data, because that would be a lot more difficult. Whoops. There we go. If I had crazy amounts of data, I'd probably want to actually do the zero downtime thing where I'm writing to both for a while, and yeah. Okay. I think that's all the models, right? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 models. We'll do this 4 times. Yep. Okay, just gonna read it all into memory. I don't have that much data. That's why this will work. If I had a lot of data, reading it in memory would not be good. You wouldn't do this. But I have the benefit of not having a lot of data. So let's do this. Node, was it other run file, Prisma, Postgres, migrate. Let's see what happens here. And actually, let's say all finished.
You're doing great. Keep going.
Okay, so it is complaining about database URL. What was it doing? How did I figure this out before? What did I get wrong before? I can't remember now. I should scrub back and watch what I was doing. This is coming from client Postgres, coming from client. Postgres, why is it saying database URL? I do have my Postgres. So that still works. What did I change? I forgot. What is the seed script doing that this thing is not doing? Okay. Oh my goodness. You've got to be joking. Now I got to reset my convert kit. I think that's the only one. The rest of those are public. You can't see all the GitHub token, for crying out freaking loud. Oh, you know what? I think this might be okay. I think I think that's a fake token. But give me a second to figure that out for sure. QLE something something. Nope, that's a real one. I'll be right back. Good grief. Actually, I just realized you can like see my face when I do this. It's okay. So we're gonna go to ConvertKit. Faster than anybody can steal all my users and stuff. We're gonna go to Advanced and API key. Oh, API key actually is fine. You can see the API key. It's the secret you can't see, and you didn't see it all, even close, so we're good there. But man, that's annoying. I'm pretty sure that that's coming from the my .env extension, which has caused me more trouble than it is worth. Uninstall that sucker. Reload required? Sure. Now if I say process env, yeah, you're not getting any of that, except I want to have some autocomplete. That's kind of annoying. Huh, I thought I had, oh, that's right, I don't do that. I do instead, I say env dot, and then I've got those. Okay, yeah, good. So took care of that nonsense, for goodness sake. Let me just make sure, yeah. Okay, coming right back. One min is suggesting that Prisma cache might be a problem. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. It's like looking at an old file or something. Okay, so Vim is saying, oh, good grief. Well, yeah, there's my API key, but it's not the secret one, so you should be fine. Good grief. Ah, I'm not having a great day for streaming today. Database on line 3, I did change it for a good reason. However, you change the source of the import statement that loads the Prisma client. If I change the source, no, I think Vim, you might need to scrub back to get some context as to what's going on. And yes, I am working on web dev right now. That is, we're making web dev happen. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I think we'll get a better error message if I do this. Reset node modules. I don't, maybe, I don't think that I should do that. Maybe I should. Maybe you're right. Maybe I should do that. But I'm going to try one other thing here really quick. We're going to do await pg connect. See if this gets us a better error message. Well, it's colorful. Data sources, DB, URL, Postgres URL, database URL. Let's just try that. Okay, let's do our env example. Database, Postgres database. Did I spell something wrong? Yep, I did. Try that again. No. Still, it's complaining about that. And this one should just be regular old database URL. Huh, well that's annoying. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna flush npm. This is gonna delete my node modules, delete my package.json. Probably don't need to do that actually. Probably should just delete node modules, but there it goes. Package.json is gone. Or package lock, I should say. And reinstall everything. And I'm not using pnpm yet, so it's gonna be like a long process. Yeah. Oh man, slash commands don't work in replies. Thanks. What? That's weird. I think slash commands do work in replies, but anyway, there you go. Thanks. I'm literally wearing the same shirt now as I was when I made that GIF, so that's fun. I'm gonna say tip, do not do this if you have this if you have lots of data. I don't. I should actually verify that I don't have lots of data, because I may have gotten a lot of users when I switched how onboarding for Discord works. Let me just check that. I have 4,500 users. That's not a lot of data. That's fine. I can read all that in memory in my browser, for goodness sake. So definitely okay to run that script.
You're doing so great. Don't stop now.
Don't stop now. Okay, so I'm gonna have to say that centered is no longer identifying when I'm distracted very well. Okay, npm's done. Now let's run Prisma generate and Prisma generate schema. Prisma Postgres schema. There we go. Good. So now that's happy. This is angry. Yeah, that's because I don't think Postgres can do this, or SQLite. User create. Yep. Rats. But I could do raw queries or something. Nope, that won't work. No, we're just going to do this. For of user users. This is like, it's going to go through 4,500 times, and that's not a bad problem for my use case. Don't do this for yourself. But for me, this is fine. This is complaining because, wait inside of a loop. I wouldn't want to do these in parallel. That'd be too much. So we're just going to do that. And we'll delete that, and delete that, and delete that. And then we'll do this. And then we'll let Copilot take care of the rest. Okay, cool. All right, now let's try this migrate script. Constraint failed. Oh, because my database, yeah, my SQLite database doesn't has been seeded. That's my fault. Let's do Prisma DB reset, or shoot, push. No, how do I Prisma migrate dev. Yes, init. Okay, and the seed script was executed. That I do not want to do that. So Prisma, how do I make it not run the seed script? Or we'll just make it run the seed script and make the seed script do nothing. Return. Oh, nope, not this one. Reset. Reset. There we go. Sweet. So now it shouldn't, if I say Prisma Studio, we have nothing in there. Good. Okay. This will not be a problem when I deploy because we won't have any data in there. Okay, so now if we run migrate, all finished. That was nice and fast. Of course, we don't have a lot in here locally. But where's Studio? Make sure we've got all that stuff. Ta-da! Good stuff. And actually, I had a session going with Prisma or with Postgres, and I copied the session over. Sessions, so people won't even get logged out. I was worried that people would get logged out. So that's cool. Good stuff. Okay. So we've got this migrate script that we're going to run when we deploy. Where is my fly toml? So we'll say node other run file JS Prisma Postgres migrate.ts, and then we'll do that. So we're going to say to do remove Prisma or migration one off script. Okay. Good. That should do it. And actually, it occurs to me that I shouldn't have to do this. So let's, but you know what? I don't care. I don't care. I'm going to delete this file anyway. So just leave it. The file works. So now we're going to just go through and make sure that the app works with SQLite. Here, let's, so I got the script. Let's bring this over. Whoops. Script is done. Now, way ahead of schedule I finished. Yes. Where was I gonna, yeah, so now we need to make the app work with SQLite locally. And then we're also gonna need to deploy SQLite or set up SQLite on fly, volumes and such. Figure out a light fs on kcd.com. I think probably need to do that before, and then yeah. So this is kind of like an overarching thing. Okay, so make the app work on SQLite locally. This is probably going to take 2 hours, I think. And I'm actually going to go ahead and, this is a good break time. I'm going to have to take a break in 10 minutes anyway. So we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to be working on making the app work with SQLite locally. Yeah, okay, see ya in just a couple minutes. All right, well, let's get back to this and let's make the app work with SQLite locally. Okay, and I am expecting, oh, you know what? I just realized I forgot to pull down the green screen. Okay. What was I? There was something else I was going to do, and I forgot what it was. Oh, yeah, I've got somebody coming to do like a plumbing tune-up or something, so I will have to monitor the door situation. Yeah. Okay, cool. So let's make this thing work locally with just SQLite. Yeah, okay, so this no longer is going to have a role. What we're going to do is make a util. Probably just in the miscellaneous util. Yeah, we've got an isTeam. And yeah, so teams is no longer a thing. Type team, red, blue, yellow. Type role. Now I think it's just admin and member. Actually, I've got it still in the Postgres schema. Admin and member. Yep, admin, member. Okay. Oops. Yep. Why is this complaining? Oh, because it's not used. Yeah. Well. Yeah, how did this used to work? Here, let's find. Yeah, okay. We never actually used this. We just did optional team would be team or unknown. Yeah. Just go with that. Okay, yeah, so this is the problem right here, is that we need to say is team probably. Yeah, this is back in the good old days where I used to put all my exports in one place. I have learned or decided it's actually easier just to put it right where it's defined, but that's okay. So here we'll just have a is team. Okay. User and is team. There we go. Optional team, yeah. Just save that. There we go. That'll fix it up. Okay, cool. So I don't think we need to use the unknown team. Okay, cool. Can you imagine doing a refactor without TypeScript? What a joke. Not me, no. TypeScript is so helpful. Okay, so we've got, was that 29? 29ers? Not too bad. Prisma makes this sort of thing a lot easier than it would alternatively be. Okay. Because team here is just going to be a string. I'll have to say is team. Or actually, let's do, I've got an idea. Let's have a get team string, or yeah, team string. Return is team, or yeah, is team, 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 otherwise unknown. So this will actually be turn optional team. Let's see, get optional team, and then we'll have a get team. There we go. Okay. Okay, so where was that here? Cody profiles, profile white. Yep, all that. Okay. Good, good, good. This is complaining because, that's weird. Something completely different. Remix run server runtime just build server build. I have no idea why this is being a bum. Huh. Yeah, I'm not sure. It works in production, so we're just gonna let that slide. We'll say ts expect error, no idea. I don't care enough. It's working, so we'll just move on from that. That is not related to what we're doing right now. Okay, sweet. So now, yeah, okay. So get optional team. Yeah, this will be fine. Team could be undefined. Where are you coming from? Team map. Yeah, I think what we should do is probably have an optional, or the unknown for everything. Nope, not Cody Blue, Cody White. Okay. Get optional team. How could it be undefined, I wonder? Get optional team will return team option props. This could be a team. Oh, so go back. So how could this possibly... It's a record of teams, and if this is a team, then how could this possibly be undefined? I don't know. Oh. Yeah, actually, this team map we don't want to have unknown, because this is where they choose which team they want to be a part of. You cannot choose the unknown team. So, yeah, I'm very confused how this could be undefined if this team map is a record of teams and this value is a team. So if not team, return null. Okay, and this is saying unnecessary because it's always falsy. But this, the type right here, it says it could be undefined. What? Let's run type checking again. We'll go to this one first. We'll get back to this. Team emoji, team, the string, get team. Teams are not optional. That's the annoying thing here. It should be impossible to not have a team because you can't create a user without a team, but that can't be enforced at the database level. Oh, I gotta get the door. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Hold on a second. I just want to see. It's very squeaky. Yeah, I've never like measured how low I need my green screen to go, and it actually doesn't have to go quite as low as I thought. Okay, cool. So continuing on this, sign up right here. Here's our team map. Okay, so it's a record of teams. I give it a team, and this should be defined, and it is. And ESLint thinks it is. If not team, then return null. And then ESLint is like, yo, that's always true. So like, I'm confused. Team, type of team map, team. Undefined. How could it possibly be undefined? It is impossible. There we go. I can make that thing work. What a joke. What is this? Okay, team, that's a team. Where's that team coming from? It's coming from types. There we go. That's the problem. Team. That's coming from Prisma Client. Ah, good grief. What a joke I am. I'm a joke. Okay. So here, let's do type team. And we'll just pull these over from miscellaneous and grab both of those. Stick them right there. And then this will come from our types, and this will come from our types. Come on, where's team and role? There we go. Okay, there we go. So now team is correct. Oh, my goodness. I wonder why ESLint got that wrong. Okay, good, good, good. Let's just run this again. User. Okay, so my user type, I think, is wrong. User team is string. Hold on a second. Create episode, user first name, team, coming from types. Okay. Yeah, so here, it's call.user. Man, this is such a pain. Yeah, this is really annoying. I guess the team will just have to be a string. Oh, that's interesting. I don't even use, where's the user used? User.firstname, passing, yeah, get direct avatar for user, that's right. That uses the team. Yep. Get optional team. You know what? I think, yeah. Okay, this should be okay. Oh, right. Okay. Okay, where are you read? Right here, team, user team, call recorder, accepts a team. let's, man, I can't remember how I created these colors. Unknown is gray. Let's see what, there we go. Sure. This optional team type, let's actually move it to our types here. Oh, come on. Do I have to, and this right here, my friends, is why I no longer separate my exports, because then I have to navigate around. The reason I used to suggest that you do it that way was because then you could, if you look into the file, you just look and see all the things that the file exports without having to hunt for the things that it exports. But I found that it's more annoying to have to go and update, you know, in 2 places or whatever. So anyway, coming down here, get optional team. So this is going to be an optional team. This is a record of optional teams. There we go. Now it's going to be happy. Yeah. Okay, good stuff. See what happens now. All right, me has the team map. There we go. Okay, so then we can come down here where it's all this user team nonsense and just say team. Okay. Here we got the Cody team. Cody team is supposed to be an optional team. Now that's happy. I think this is actually going to be the biggest, like it's just the teams and roles, because we don't do enums with Prisma. So sorry, I just noticed a chat here. I'm not sure what you're talking about or like where. I've been making a lot of changes, so I'm not sure where you're talking about, but yeah, yeah, it should never happen. It should never happen. You can't create a user without a team, and you shouldn't be able to create a user with the wrong type of team. So yeah, hopefully it never happens. Actually, let's look at sign up really quick. Team, when we go to user create, where's our action? Okay, so we have our form. Yeah, man, is like old way we used to do stuff right here. We were basically, when I was building my website, Remix was still being built and still figuring out this should be await request form data, and boom, that's it. But I'm not changing anything right now other than the minimal things I need to change to make this work, and then we can change more later. Okay, so anyway, we've got our team. Yeah, I've got like a bunch of stuff I did that I would probably do differently, but yeah, it's okay. Handle form submission. Here's our form. Validators. Get error for team. I'll just say is team. There we go. So now, yeah, you shouldn't be able to create a team or a user that has a team that doesn't exist. So that at least is good. Okay. Coding profiles, team, get optional team. Okay, I think I fixed it all, except for this one, I guess. No, get team. This one, we don't have an optional team role, so this has got to be a real team. Yeah, we'll just say if team, or let's see, yeah, if not team, return. Yeah, because we don't have a role. Okay, cool. Go try that again. Okay, good. TypeScript is happy. Let's see what happens when we run the dev server. I feel like, let me just double check. No, I think we're good. We already had the dev server running. I messed up. Exit, quit this thing. Okay, package path not exported. What? Okay, something weird is happening here. Get out of my face. Where's my activity monitor? Okay. Stay intentional. I'm looking at my activity monitor. What is wrong with this? Okay, I just quit that process. Okay, so what is wrong with this? Package path not exported. Let's try this again, I guess. It just occurred to me, we probably, for this Prisma Postgres thing to work, we probably need to do something in here too. think that's okay. I think that should be enough. Okay, see if this works now. No, what the heck? I think I messed something up. Reset hard package lock. What? Check out package lock. There we go. And then of course I need to rerun the generate and stuff. Okay, let me just check on something really quick. Okay. And then we run this and this. Okay. And then, oh, thank heaven. Okay, so it is restarting. Let's first fix this. Just a handy little thing I did. Yeah, this is actually going to be significantly different. Yeah, this is going to be quite a bit different. Our connection URL for primary and everything. Yeah, shoot. So the reason that I do this is because I actually make two clients, one for reading, one for writing. And I'm trying to decide, I think I can avoid doing this. So in the Lite FS, getting started, what they do, or where's their repo? Their example. Here, they just say, no, not that one, that's something else. They redirect to the primary instance for post methods. So all posts go to the primary. And I think I can do that too. Let me find all the places we use Prisma Write.
You're doing so great. Don't stop now.
Why does it think that I'm distracted? Okay, centered. I gotta fix your settings on what is distracting and what's not. Yeah, I don't have any of these things open. Yeah, so I don't know why it keeps on doing that, but it's kind of annoying. Okay, give me one sec. All right, if my house explodes, it's because, yeah, natural gas is bad for the environment. And I'm never building a house with natural gas again. Okay. Okay. Anyway, so that's what they do. They just make all post requests replay so that they head over to the primary region where the write will happen, and then propagation and all that nonsense. So I'm just looking. We actually don't write very many places. I just want to make sure that all of these writes happen on post requests. So this is just test route stuff. That's an action. This is an action. This is an action. And by the way, writes should only happen in actions. Otherwise, you open yourself up to cross-site request forgery problems. Yeah, so this is an action. Yep. And that's an action. My break is coming up. Okay. Okay, action. That's in an action also, I think. Yep. Call ID in the action. New TSX. That's our action. This update roles for user. Pretty sure that's an action, but I'll double check here in a bit. Creating a session. Okay, that one I'm not sure. I'm pretty positive, but there may be. Yeah. So this one very likely comes. That code flow is going to happen through through a loader, where I delete the session because it expired. Yeah, that's tricky. Okay. And yeah, this one too. Okay, let me just ask Kurt. Or you know what? I could just say, if we're not the primary region, then let's redirect, or let's replay right there, because I'm throwing an error. And if it expires, or yeah, so I update it. Yeah. To the DB, the primary. Sorry, I'm just sending a quick message to Kurt to ask about this. Here, you can see what I'm writing. Yeah, I did do this, so you can use my Redis all you want. It's not going to work because I reset the password. Okay, 1 second. Okay. Sorry, I've just got HVAC work happening right now. Okay, so yeah, I just need to figure out. Whoops. So this is what I sent to Kurt. I think I probably should just go to the community and how to write to primary DB for a on a get. I'm trying to do multi-regional SQLite with SQLite FS or with Lite FS. And currently I'm using Postgres and I make all regions create a write connection to the primary, so I can write directly to the primary from each region. I don't think this is possible with SQLite, so I'm trying to figure out how to handle this use case. I know normally you should just use fly replay for this, but I have a use case where that does not work. In my situation, I have a session table that keeps track of user sessions, and if a user makes any request within 2 weeks of their expiration time, then I update this session expiration within 2 weeks of the end, of their expiration time. The expiration further. So that's happening in a regular GET request. I don't think it would make sense to do a replay there, but maybe that's the answer. I welcome any, well, let's see. Also with Postgres, also a related question. With Postgres, if I try to write to a read replica, I get an error. Would I get an error like that if I do this with SQLite? Or would it just write and get overwritten? Okay, let's try that. And I'll send that over to Kurt too. I did get a response, so let's look at that. This is the data replication delay situation that I have currently with Postgres and will have with SQLite also. Sorry, I just noticed somebody sent me a message over here. Okay. Let's see. So you can use the same fly replay header to redirect the request to the primary region. More work on the application. Preferred if the application only a very small portion of the data to be fully synchronized. Okay. So I think they're suggesting oh, that's interesting. So you'd have just a yeah. So you'd have a row in the database that says the current version. It's an incrementing, or it's a timestamp of what version the database is at, and then a request comes in, and the user has a cookie that says what version of the database they last or they're expecting, and if we read that row, and if that is outdated, then we do a fly replay. Yeah, that could work. The trick is that would only work if you're doing redirects. So like, let's say, no, that works. Yeah, that should work. And I think that's what is suggested here. Positional file for each database. Okay, so if your database is called DB, then the position in the file is called DB pose. If you read this file, it'll give you the transaction ID and the database checksum. Okay, so we're gonna get this finished and deployed, and then we'll deal with this issue. But I think I want to try and do what is being suggested here. Okay. Yeah. That's interesting. What happened to mine? Oh, it's at the top. It just looked different than the rest. Okay. So if I go to my server, well, that's tough. Okay, yeah, we've got our server index fly. Here we go. The method is get, options are head, then just continue. If it's metronome, then just continue. If we're not on fly and we're in the primary region, then we continue. If it starts with calls. Yeah, so this is no longer going to work. We're going to have to replay those. And metronome doesn't touch my database, so that's fine. Okay. Nope. Where is my... Yeah, okay. And there, that fixed itself. Hooray. I figured there was something just stupid going on. I'm glad I didn't waste time looking at that. I don't think I have Cloudinary proxies anymore. Pretty sure I removed that. Oh no, I do. Yeah, that's for OG images and stuff. Yeah, that's right. So we're automatically going to replay most post requests. It's just the, yeah, so most of these Prisma writes don't need to be Prisma writes. Okay. Here, we're going to do a yeah, should I commit work in progress types are happy. Okay, so now let's go to our Prisma server, and however we end up doing this, we're no longer going to have a Prisma read and a Prisma write. So what we'll do is, yeah, this connection URL stuff, regional DB, all this stuff is going away. So now, yep, that's just how that's going to be. Yeah, we don't need that anymore. Okay. We don't need to do this anymore. That means we don't need that. We don't need this anymore. Don't need that. Don't need that. And we're not going to be connecting to a production database because it's a file on the file system. So yeah, that whole thing can go away. Yep, we don't need this. Any of that stuff, that all goes away. Yep, that goes away. Okay. Yeah, I would organize this differently these days if I were to rewrite this. Just got a bunch of like random methods and stuff that are sitting here in the Prisma thing that just has nothing to do with Prisma. But yeah, where does this delete user happen? Yeah, why can't we just say right, there we go. So this delete user can go away. I'm wasting time. I don't need to do this, but I'm going to anyway. Oh, now that's interesting. Yeah, we don't need to do that. We can just do this. we go. Now we just have this update user can go away. Okay, whatever. I'm done. Wow, one more. Okay, now we can get rid of that one. The rest of this stuff should probably go to like a separate user file or something like that, or I don't know. But it is what it is. Okay, I've wasted enough time. I haven't gotten any responses to this yet, which is a shame, but I think, let's get that in here. Why is that not importing? I don't know. Useless cleanup. Oh, actually, no, it's not useless. Fix up connection. No, you know what? Let's just run the dev server. Okay. Well, let's see what happens. Holy smokes. That totally worked. I'm logged in. Okay, let's do, let's log out. Okay, freak. It totally works. Prisma, you're amazing. Okay, and I don't know what that was about. We'll pretend that didn't happen. hello@example.com, email login link. That got sent. Here's that. Opens up. I can choose yellow, and hello is my name. Create account. There we go. That stinking works. Sign out of 0 sessions. I should have 1 session, the one I'm using. Maybe I exclude the one that I'm using. Here, let's go to the blog. Look at a short-ish one. Come on there. I think that, yeah, here we go. 3-minute read. Okay, we're just going to scroll down to the bottom. And then, yeah, Prisma's so hot right now. I'm going to open up the network tab. And in 3 times 60 times 0.66% of how long it takes, so 108 seconds. So 1.8 minutes. 0.8 times 60. 1 minute 48 seconds. Then somewhere around there. Then we should get a network request to mark this article as read.
That's halfway.
Halfway, huh? What should I do while we're, because I can't go to different screens because it's paying attention to whether I'm looking at the article. So, let's look at the article. ES modules in the browser. First, we need JavaScript we want to run. Here's some JavaScript. JavaScript that imports it. Let's run it. No, that's not going to be good. Here's the thing. Node wants it to be yada yada. So let's do type module. Now let's run it. Hey, and it works. Hey, there we go. Boom. Now we're talking. we got a post request payload, intent mark is red, preview, and look, the revalidation, I didn't have to refresh the page, and boom, we've got one read of this for team yellow, and everything turned to yellow. Well, actually, I think it already was yellow, but now for everybody else, it'll all be yellow, which is pretty rad. I think before this was not yellow. I can't remember now. You could scrub back on the video. So yeah, that's pretty sweet. That totally worked. Good stuff. Oh my goodness, I can't believe that actually works. Okay, so the last thing is making this work for multiple regions. So let's do this. Oh, did I not have the migrations in there? Oh, hold on. We don't want the Prisma database. rm prisma data.db, or let's see, restore staged. And we need to go to our git ignore and add that. Where's a good place? Prisma? No. Okay, we'll just go down here, just random spot. Prisma data.db. Yep, everything else is good. Connection is working. SQLite runs locally. I can't believe it. Yeah, there's probably, oh, you know what? One thing that would be good to test. I do have an automated test for this, but like, I don't think it works. It's the way that it is. So what we're gonna do instead is manually test it. I'm gonna switch eventually from Cypress to Playwright for the test here. I think that'll work better. Okay, so now if we go to localhost, let's go to calls. Whoops, go to calls, record your call, make a new recording. This is a recording of a call, and I hope that it works. Accept that. Test of a call. This is a call recording that is testing the call recording capabilities of this software. Call test. Okay, let's have the DevTools open. Let's clear this out and submit. So then this goes, holy smokes, it totally worked. Yeah, this is a recording of a call, and I hope that it works. Yeah, this is a recording of a call, and I hope that it works. Yeah, I mean, maybe there will be a problem if I try to do a longer one, but yeah, let's log out and then log in as the admin user. Me at CanCDots. Probably should figure out why we're getting this empty one. I'm not sure, but it's not important right now. Okay, now logged in, so I go to calls admin and test call. This is a recording of a call, and I hope that it works. Sweet. And this is my response. Hooray! Okay, and we'll clear this out. Open up the network tab. Close all that. Submit recording. It's posting my recording. And boom. Of course, it's not going to show up here because it doesn't actually upload or anything, but we can see everything that happened. So ffmpeg ran. We sent the call thing. Yeah, sent an email letting them know that it's been done. What is this? Where do we log the V file? Well, yep, sweet. That whole thing seemed to work. And if I go back to admin, then it also got deleted. Oh my word. Okay, yeah, well, that's awesome. Okay, now we just need to figure out how to get multi-region working. Let me take a look at their example here again. I don't know Go, but maybe we can make something work. Well, so first of all, actually, we can make make a volume and all that stuff, which I can just borrow from here. Yeah, here, let's do fly volumes list. I don't think I have any volumes. Yep, fly, oops, volumes, create. And we'll stick it in Dallas-Fort Worth, which is my primary region. Okay, cool. So there's a volume. You know what I should do? The responsible thing to do here would be to make a new site. Deploy that, make sure that's working. And then switch over DNS. What would that break? I could finally come up with a good name. This was the auto-generated name. At the time, I didn't know you can make your own name. So that's one benefit, is I could come up with a name that actually describes my site better. Yeah, I'm going to try that. I think we're going to do that. Okay, so let's try this. We'll just see what happens. Fly, create KCD. I wonder if that'll work. Fly apps create KCD. Okay, wow, all right. KCD. And then the other thing I'll have to do is set secrets. Which would be really annoying to have to do that, but yeah. And take care of regions and stuff. Maybe I should change my primary. San Jose? I don't know. Dallas or Denver. Denver's closer to me. Let's make Denver. Denver is my new primary. I don't know, for the fun of it. Fly region list. Fly regions list. Cool. Okay. KCD is offline. I just got a text. Wonder what happened. What did I do? I added a volume. I wouldn't expect that would fly. Here, let's undo that for a second. Volumes list. Fly volumes help. Delete. Whoa. Whoa. Okay, I guess I didn't copy what I thought I did. Okay, and let's look at the fly status. What the? Oh my goodness. My regions are like all over the place. Yeah, look at this. Okay, so Kurt is helping me with this. And he seems to indicate that by creating a volume on the app that caused this problem. It turns out that if you have a volume and don't mount it, it breaks regions. Well, that was unexpected. Looks like I think my site is back up. Oh dear. Well, it's back. I'll just let Kurt know I decided to instead create a new app and deploy and do a DNS switch when I'm ready for this to happen. Should be much smoother. Okay. Yeah, so we probably will have some data loss because I'll create this app. It will do this migration thing, and then from that point forward until I do the DNS switch and that propagates, any data collected in that time will disappear. I don't care. I'm actually fine with that. So yeah, hopefully it's not very long that happens, but yeah, that's what we're gonna do. What I could do, because what I need to do is actually test it out. So maybe I should make a staging environment, and not do the migration thing in that staging environment. Just to make sure that multiple regions works. And having a staging environment would be nice. So maybe that's what we're going to do. And that's how we set up the ND stack too. So let's do fly apps create KCD staging. And then we'll do the volume KCD staging. And this we're putting in Denver. Oh, right, and he did mention mounting, and I did not update for mounting. Mounts, there we go. Okay, and then we'll come over here to our workflow. Workflow deployment. Okay. This is the old one. Yeah, I think we got everything we need to from just that. And then we also need app name. Okay, cool. And then we also need the app name here in this step. When we're building, I'm going to sneeze at some point. Gonna sneeze. And I had enough time to mute. That's always nice. Okay, and then here, our build stuff. Where do you think the stacks got their deployment workflow from? That's interesting. This temporary fix has been in place for about a year. Okay, cool. So now we have our staging environment, and we also want this to run on dev. Did you do another dash there? Yeah. Okay, so we're going to make a branch called dev. And now I'm going to go to just me for a second while I pull up the env so I can get all of our production stuff, environment variables set. So we're going to do that in this terminal window too, so I don't have any concerns there. Withered frost here, fly secrets list app withered frost. Wow, that's a lot. And I'm just saying digest and stuff, but yeah, that's a lot of things. So let me just copy that. We'll make a new file here. Oh, good grief. Okay. Action session secret. That's right. Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to need a new action session secret. Okay. Sorry that I can't show you all this. This part's going to be kind of boring. Feel free to come back later. Okay, yeah, I'll look at that later. So I've got some, some token or some secrets. Where is that? Hold on a second. I don't use the action session secret. Yeah, so we don't need that. Hooray! But yeah, here's our GitHub bot token. This is going to take forever. Call, can't podcast ID. ConvertKit API key, which you all, yeah. And we're good. And there's the secret. Database URL. I actually don't need to set that because I set that in the Docker container. Discord admin user ID. Okay, all these, just grab. Okay, we got our client ID, client secret. I'm supposed to be taking a break, but I kind of been taking breaks here and there anyway, so we're not gonna bother. Guild ID, and just making sure that I have all of these. Red role, yellow role, and we've got yellow channel, blue role and blue channel, red channel, private bot channel, leaderboard, callcat channel, redirect URI. I don't, let's see, am I using the redirect URI? I'm not. So we can get rid of that one. Yeah, admin, site channel. Not using that anymore either. Honeycomb, I'm not using honeycomb anymore. Okay, so got all the Discord stuff. Now, yeah, magic link secret can be whatever. So, okay, 1 second. Never mind. Okay, just grab that, stick that right here. Do that again for our session. Almost got them all. Just got a lot of them. Okay, and then Simplecast. So many APIs. And we don't need a remix token anymore. Hooray! Break is almost over. Hooray! Okay. Got it. Fly secrets set. If I really wanted this to be a staging, then I'd have a separate key for all of these, have like a staging version of all of these services and stuff. But I'm not a multi-million-dollar company or anything like it. Yeah, I don't need to with like tons of developers and stuff. Okay, so let's run this here for app KCD staging, and make sure that works. Okay, and we'll do the same thing for KCD. Okay, great. And let me clear all this stuff out of my clipboard history. Okay, 1 second. And I can share my screen again. Ta-da! All right, so we've got all of our secrets. It does run. We're only deployed to a single region right now, so that should work out okay. So let's see. It occurs to me that one other thing. This startup thing is not going to work unless I also set the database URL for Postgres. So the Postgres database URL will need to be set. So 1 more second. Okay, so that is now set also. Oh, okay, so I think I can deploy this to staging and we'll see what happens. See what breaks. Oh, primary region. I want to change this to Denver. Yep, okay. Support staging. This is a good idea. I think that's safe. Keep things safe. Okay. Okay, now this is interesting. This is deployable script. That's going to hit kenziedots.com. Yeah, if there's an error, no change files. We want to deploy if there are no changed files? What? Okay, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. So I think this should still work. Yeah, this should still work. Okay, here we go. Deploying to staging right now. Maybe. Support staging. Caches? What? What is this? Managing caches. Oh my word. Hallelujah. goodness. Okay, I'll have to look at that later. Okay, so we determined we should deploy, so that's good. ESLint, you better not throw some sort of annoying thing at me. That would be so stupid. Build is not happening. It was skipped. Why was build skipped? Where's the build? Build here. Needs changes. Ah. Yeah, okay. Nope, that is not the YAML file I was looking for. It's the deploy. That's what I need. And do the same thing here. Build and deploy on staging. Yeah, Cypress is a mess. I don't even look at it. Let's get rid of it. I'm gonna switch over to Playwright eventually anyway, probably. Remove Cypress from CI. I mean, nothing's waiting on it anyway, so it's not a big deal. But so I'm not going to bother pushing it right now. But yeah, it's annoying to see it there because we're not looking at it anyway. Okay. So the build is now happening, so that's good. Read app name. Does that tell us anything? The set output command. Wonder if there's an updated version of this thing. Nope. Getting warning about set output command. I think this is going to be deprecated instead in favor of environment files. There you go. Okay, build is still happening, yada, 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 yada. This takes some time. Rats. I was worried. Oh, come on. I should have tried to run this locally, I think. Prisma Postgres, yeah. I thought I dealt with that, but add Prisma Postgres. See, didn't I do that? From base. Base, run, working directory, add patches. So So this add Prisma, that should have worked, right? Add Prisma Postgres dot. Did I spell it wrong? Nope. So why did that not work? Okay, Docker build, or Docker build. Docker, I don't know how to use Docker. What is it? How do you create a Docker image out of, yeah, Docker build Docker file, right? Path, is that the path to the Docker file or the path to where you want the Docker? I don't know. My test dot ignore. Huh. Okay. I thought I did that, but I guess I didn't. Now, I wonder if I should, probably better not. I was going to say upgrade to Node 18, but let's just do one crazy thing at a time. Yeah, the cache, GitHub Action Cache would be, if that's what I think it is, that'd be sweet. To have your npm install just happen instantly, pull it right from the cache, that would be awesome. Okay, Docker add add. How do I learn about add? Okay, that's where I was. Where is add? Add. There you are. Okay. Going straight into the complicated examples, huh? Yeah, that's great. So add working directory is an app. Add Prisma to here, add Prisma Postgres to here. That's what happens. And then this decides that Python is not in the path, or what? Production false. Oh. Should be omit dev. Okay, cool. I'll do that. We have no JIP errors. Okay. Whatever. That's just garbage. I have no idea. It just failed to npm install in that Docker container. So frustrating. Just realized I probably need this also. That maybe is related. I don't know. apt-get update, apt-get install, OpenSSL. Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't know. Let's just push this may as well. Some changes probably won't help. Yeah, I'm just really confused about this one. Because I add Prisma Postgres and then I'm trying to run that. Let's just make sure that appears in dev Prisma Postgres. There's the schema. If I run this locally, that does work. Okay, well, let's look at this. No 12 actions are deprecated. Oh. Should update these actions. Okay. Whoops. Yep, I'll get these updated. Action checkout and set up node. 250 and 351. No, shouldn't that work? Okay, give me a sec. Hey folks, I just pulled up the green screen. I decided that I'm going to take a break because I need a break. It's, I've been doing this for a little bit. Boy, the remix sign looks kind of crazy with the green screen up. Anyway, yeah, so I'm going to stop the stream now and we'll start this up again this afternoon probably. And I think like we are pretty close. The last tricky thing outside of making the Docker image build, the last tricky thing will be making multi-region work, and there are some ideas of things. So I think I should be able to get this done today. So anyway, thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you probably this afternoon. Bye.